Do people like you? If you're in sales, they'd better. Now let me start here. I have a confession to make. I've never been to a Tupperware party. Do they still have those? Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this is something that, well, frankly, my mother would have done. It's an opportunity to get together and have a party where you sell Tupperware. Well, not that kind of party. A Tupperware party looks more like this.
My name is Joan, and I've been in Tupperware. It just started 22 years ago.
Now, the question is, why do Tupperware parties work? But how about Amway or Mary Kay? The fact is that multi-level marketing is a $35 billion industry in the United States alone. That's a lot of billions. Now, how do they work? Well, they work on the principle of likability. See, there's an obligation to go to multi-level marketing events because we like people, but it's much, much deeper. It's not just about attending. We buy from people we like. In fact, if you're a multi-level marketing host or hostess, you're probably going to say, you don't need to buy anything, just show up. But there is an obligation to buy when you get there. Why? Because we want to support people that we like. Now, that's an important principle for sales professionals. We want to support people that we like. Here's the way it works. If I like you, then what happens next? If I like you, I trust you. Likability equals trust. In fact, if you take it one step further, if I like you, then I trust you, and then I will be influenced by you. Think of it this way. How do con men make their living?
Anyway, coming up to the house, we put a couple of shrimps on the barbie for you.
They get you to like them, then they get you to trust them, then you're in a position of influence, and then they manipulate. The difference between a professional salesperson and a con man is one of motives. Whose interests are we looking out for? But hold on a second. Why is there a link between like and trust? I mean, when you look at it, that shouldn't even make sense. The reason is because of mental shortcuts, or as we sometimes call them, heuristics. We take these mental shortcuts in our brain to make our thinking patterns easier. So when we look at someone that we like, our brain decides, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and trust that person. Here's an interesting example. You sit down next to somebody on an airplane, or a cocktail party, wedding reception, whatever it is, and you find that the connection with that person is so deep that in no time at all, you're sharing some really personal stuff that you don't tell most people that you've known for a long time. You ever had that happen? Why would you do that? Well, first, it's because we like them. You would not share that with someone that you don't like. But then when we like them, we also trust them. That's the idea. Likability equals trust, which equals influence. Let me ask you this question. How intentional are you about your likability? I think too many salespeople wait and sort of turn it on. Bad idea. So let me give you 3 ways to increase that likability. First, you got to have a pre-shot routine. It's a golfing term for what a golfer goes through before each and every shot. What are you going through before every single conversation with a customer? Are you your most likable self? The second thing is to find familiarity. When we find similarities in our life, we tend to trust people more. Look for those things you have in common with your customer. And one third idea, offer compliments. Now, they have to be genuine, they have to be sincere, but those compliments go a long way towards establishing likability, which leads to trust, which leads to influence. Hey, thanks for watching today's 5-minute sales training. I've got a lot more to teach you about follow-up. Mastering Sales Follow-Up is my brand new online masterclass on the subject of sales follow-up, what to do when the customer says, not yet. This virtual masterclass is an indispensable resource to allow you to maximize your virtual follow-up efforts. This is a deep dive, step-by-step guide to level up your follow-up skills and earn elite top 1% status. Enroll in Mastering Sales Follow-Up today. Check out the link in the description below, and until next time, learn more to earn more.